he was in Toronto filming Queer as Folk.
Oh, that's right.
Before it ever aired. And I didn't even know what it was. He said, what do you do up here, man? So I'm shooting this TV show, Queer as Folk. Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was funny, too. You know, we're all terrible. So I don't even ask comics anymore for their headshots because it'll be a while before anybody.
Oh, I know.
We hate looking at ourselves. We hate sending bios.
Yeah.
So I just go by what and I think it's fair for us. If we want something better, then we have to put it out there, right? So I clipped some of your, like a bio for you, and I have one of your pictures, and I sent one with Soli and Joe and myself and Hal. And then Hal, like, after a couple weeks, like, sent the one he wanted. I'm like, dude, they already asked you if the flyer was okay. Like, I'm like, sorry, man.
I know, man.
We're just terrible about it's all comics. I know very few that are on the ball about that.
Right. I'll get you. Give me a headshot. All right. Yeah. Soon. It's coming tonight.
Yeah.
4 or 5 months later. Oh, boy.
We just have to have, here's what we need. We have to have at least one in our social media that we go, oh, that's one I use. You know what I mean? Like, and even, I mean, hopefully they'll grab it too or something.
Right.
You know, or it's on, if you Google it, like images for all of us, all 4 or 5 of us, all pop up when you just Google our names and just click image. So
just put something else out there in the ether so people are happy to grab.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you have very good pictures to grab. So I'm just saying. How are you doing tonight?
I am fine and dandy. I was telling you Monday about the whole cruise ship situation. I actually booked another one.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so...
Is it a congratulations exclamation point, question mark?
No, I mean, the gig is the gig.
Yes.
And whatever their requirements are, that's what it is. But, I'm grateful for the work, and I'm trying to put some things in place like we were talking about with the whole social media thing and being more astute and adept and adroit at that so we can create create a following and all those things.
Yes, yeah. We gotta just sit in our car, even if just in your car, and just hold it. I put mine on my steering wheel sometimes, so I just kind of so I can just kind of put my elbows like on the dash, like someplace to prop myself up. Or some people have really good holders and all that stuff. We just gotta, we gotta do it. It's not going away.
No, it's not going away. So if we're gonna be in it, then be in it, and if we're not, then we got to pull all the way out. But I always use this analogy or symbol, whatever you want to call it, when you. At this point, we're halfway across the river, right?
Yeah.
So if we chose to quit, we'd swim back. We'd still swim in the length of the river or the width of the river. Right. So we might as well just keep going.
Right now, with the cruise ships, it's giving you an oar, right? To keep you going in that direction so you can keep, keep moving.
Yeah.
Now we just got to put a motor on it.
Oh, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See what I did?
Yeah. That was Boat Show Patty, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. I am I'm a little jacked tonight. I mean, like energy wise. I don't know what it's like for anybody else. I don't know if Lady B ever goes through this where I have a very limited amount of people that come into my home. I have a very chaotic house. There are 4 of us upstairs. We have a 2-flat. My mom lives downstairs. And it's not a lot of space. It's probably about between 600 and 700 square feet for 4 people. I mean, Griffin lives at college now, but I stress over cleaning. We are not the tidiest of people. We possibly have a high tolerance for clutter.
As do I.
And so I like Elliot Serrano. It always has an open invitation to my home. Heather Lally. There's literally just a handful of people that were comfortable. My mom, because my mom comes over, she'll start picking things up, which makes me feel self-conscious.
Right.
I've tried. So Griffin, who is dating a young woman, he wanted to bring her home to meet us and hang out. And it kept escalating. Like, first it was, I wanted to come hang out and meet you guys. And then we were like, okay, and in my head, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get this done. I had like a day and a half or whatever, and I couldn't get anything done yesterday. But then it became, can she come over for dinner? Can we do dinner together and watch a movie? I'm like, oh my God, what is happening? So I got, and the thing about cleaning is that for me is that it's just a reminder that I could have been doing this all along and it wouldn't be so much. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I should steam clean this room. Everything is, it's like pulling a thread. I'm like, she's not going to stand on a chair and look at my ceiling fans. Yeah. But I mean, I don't know maybe she got better eyesight than I do. I don't see.
Right. Right.
Please don't pull the shower curtain back in my bathroom and don't lift any rugs. Definitely don't open the door to my bedroom. Yeah,
I know, man.
I mean, you can't move in our bedroom right now. There's so many boxes of stuff from other rooms.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what it sounds like in my head all day.
Yeah. Well, so now what's the plan?
So at some point during the show, remind me.
Okay.
Can you remind me that I have to order dinner?
Oh, okay. Is this happening tonight?
It's happening at 7:00.
Oh, all right.
I'm gonna run right out the door when we're done. So goodbye, Dwayne. I'm gonna say goodbye now.
Okay.
For an hour and 47 minutes from now.
All right. So from the time that he asked you,
Yes.
which was when?
I believe it started with "Can she come over for a little while?" was on Monday.
Okay.
And then it became yesterday was dinner and a movie.
Dinner and a hang.
And the movie's going to be the shortest movie we can possibly find.
Which is
I believe it's Horse Feathers, the Marx Brothers. We're doing.
Oh wow.
We're big movie fan. All of us. I mean, like Griffin is now watching like all these foreign films and old films. Remember, I don't remember last year over the summer in 24 when Griffin invited me to the Jimmy Cagney Festival.
Yeah.
We were going like every week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been kind of fun to. I'm being texted. Hold on. There's a group text about the dinner tonight, right?
All right.
It's going to be the longest show of my life because on top of everything else, they released the testimony or whatever hearing that Jack Smith was in which he said that Trump knew there was going to be violence and he was a part of making it happen and MAGA's not going to care. Like, I mean, because it's Jack Smith and
Right.
Merrick Garland didn't do anything. And so that all happened while I was cleaning the house. And I was like rage cleaning.
Okay.
So there was that. Yeah. Mom's going to put the order. I'm Mom, by the way. Mom's going to put the. Hi, Steve. You go ahead and keep texting each other because the stress is all out there. Put the order for dinner to arrive from 7:15. She'll do the usual beef, broccoli, chicken almond, and sweet sour pork with egg rolls.
Oh,
That's
Chinese
dinner.
food. Yeah. All right.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Now, this was the conversation. Was like, do we?
Okay. That's the Chinese place calling.
Hey, Steve, I'm on the air right now. How's it going?
Yeah.
No, it's DC. DC, the chaos that's happening in the house.
Okay.
So the question, like, so I was on my way here, and I'm always like after the show starts, after the news is over.
That's when you walk in.
That's
yeah.
when I walk in.
Yeah.
Regardless.
So what's happening?
Here, you can read the last word.
I can't.
It says
read
it's. Here you go. No, the bottom.
Oh, when he said stop, stop, please stop talking about us.
Why are they home? It says Griffin listening to the show. Oh God! Okay, I'm fine. Apparently, I can't talk about that anymore.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time he's ever called me during the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in trouble.
Nah.
Anyway, so I am excited to meet her, and I cleaned my house to the best of my ability, and shoved things. Did you ever watch Friends at all?
I've seen it.
So Monica she's a neat freak. I am not. So
neither,
I am. Well, because we're creative too. There are a lot of creatives who, for whatever reason, like chaos is understandable to us. Like I do know where everything is, and it might be under that pile of old
everything
articles.
Else.
Yeah. But I know that it's under there.
Yeah. I know where my stuff is under that other stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Behind that other stuff.
Completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Near that pile of stuff.
I mean, there's literally like I have yoga mats behind a dresser. Like, if I want to do yoga, I'm just saying.
Patty, you never know when a yoga situation might break out.
Exactly.
Yeah. Uh-oh. I feel stretchy. Where's my yoga mat? Yeah.
And I haven't used that in a long time. You're supposed to do this thing. There's all different kinds of philosophies about cleaning clutter.
Right.
Pick something up if it gives you joy. Keep it. If it doesn't, thank it for its service or whatever.
It all gives me joy.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what it gives me. Comfort.
Comfort.
Yes. And I tell you what, I think it's my nature. Like I have a domestic nature. Like I like being indoors, and I think all that stuff feels like protection, like a shield.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking about one time as I was laying in my clutter. Like, oh man, this is like a protection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's fine until you know that you have to have someone else's view of it. Like when you're looking at it through their lens, and you're like, I seem crazy. You know what I mean?
Perhaps, yeah. Like if you look at through the view of a city inspector.
Yeah. If we've gotten to that level, we are in trouble.
Yeah.
Well, and like going back to studying the Buddhists, like your identity, shouldn't be that important. Like what other people think should.
Right. Uh-oh. Now Steve's telling me to stop.
Like, I'm not allowed to read these texts on the air anymore.
Okay.
But just getting confirmation about what we should order for dinner.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the final verdict on the dinner?
That those choices that I shared
Okay.
with you were good. So the what was it? Was it broccoli, beef broccoli, chicken almond, and sweet sour pork with egg rolls?
Okay. Nobody is an egg foo young person.
No, nobody's an egg. Are you an egg foo young person?
Oh man, shrimp egg foo young is my jam.
That sounds good.
A dish that was invented in the United States. And I think maybe in Chicago.
Might be right. We're hanging out with Dwayne Kennedy. I want to take a moment to thank our wonderful sponsors. Thank you to Pride Coffee Roasters. I know we've been making folks happy with their incredible single origin beans and telling you about their blends like the Resist Movement blend that features Dominican beans from the Dominican Republic and Arabica beans from Asia. There's a wonderful note of blueberry cobbler, a warming spice, and chocolate malt. So go to pridecoffeeroasters.com and put an order in, maybe for a subscription.
Those were 3 of the 7 dwarfs.
They were.
Yeah, blueberry spice.
A warming chocolate malt.
Yeah, chocolate malt. And
Why was we have to figure
he
out-
was in on the DEI program.
We're ringing in the new year with Dwayne Kennedy. Let's take a break here. Oh, thank you to Source Solar. Go to source.solar, make an appointment for maybe putting solar panels on your house or business. Go to source.solar, and we will have Warren Price and Peter Sorellis in studio in the next couple weeks to answer all your questions. And go to MinaquaBrewingCompany.com. They've got a great marketplace, and there's a sale going on right now on some wonderful items. So go to MinaquaBrewingCompany.com. Please subscribe to our newsletter and stay up to date on all the wonderful columns that the folks there are putting out. More in a moment on WCPT 820, Heartland Signal, and KKNW 1150. Dwayne Kennedy joins me in studio. We will be performing together on January 31st at Dino's Pizza right here on the Northwest Side for Indivisible Elk Grove Township.
Think Theory Radio.
Theoretical astrophysicist Dan Hooper.
If there's someplace a light year away from now, there's nothing I can do now that can influence that place in less than a year. No matter what I do, no matter how I build my quantum machine, or no matter what I entangle or what I quantum teleport, nothing I can do here can affect that until a full year has passed, allowing light to get there at the speed of light.
Think Theory Radio with Damian Perdue. Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WCPT 820.
Hey, honey, what are you doing?
Studying for a math test.
You want some acupuncture?
Acupuncture can help with tests?
Yeah, that was the subject of my published doctoral work. My research showed that one acupuncture treatment before a test improves memory by 9.5%.
That's almost a whole letter grade higher.
And it reduced procedural errors by 36%. That's all from one treatment. Additional treatments help more.
Wow, I want some of that.
I have patients who will come in before final exams, SATs, MCATs, and other tests. And we've seen this technique help older folks with things like dementia and Alzheimer's.
Can I get acupuncture too? I have a vocabulary test coming up.
Acupuncture can help remedy problems, but it can also help a healthy person perform even better. Come see us at Chicago Community Acupuncture at Milwaukee, Devon, and Nagel. Call us at 773-853-0920, 773-853-0920, or what's the website, girls?
Shikamaku.com.
You're listening to WCPT 820 because facts matter.
Patti Vasquez is taking your calls now.
All right, let's hit it.
At 773-763-9278.
I got a lot to say.
It's Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
We are taking your phone calls as well as your texts. And hey, if you want to follow me on Instagram, that's the Patti Vasquez Show on Instagram. And it's also a Facebook page. They're kind of linked together, so you get more of the videos right away on Instagram, the Patti Vasquez Show. I think it's am I the Patti Vasquez Show or just Patti Vasquez Show? I should probably check that out right now.
Yeah.
I am the Patti Vasquez. The Patti
Yeah.
Vasquez Show.
Like the Ohio State
Yes.
University.
So they're not just Ohio State University.
They
they're-
always call themselves the Ohio State.
Well, then I am the Patti Vasquez Show.
You dig?
I am. A listener just texted in, oh, I found my clutter family. I am also a creative. I'm an actress and a writer and a voiceover artist, and clutter is how I function.
I'm telling you.
There's just some of us who that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works. You know, I think those who are clutterized are underrated and dismissed and discounted. But I think there are a lot of people that are what is it? Clutterful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I also I just remember even from a young age, my mom and I would do the chores around the house, cleaning and stuff like that. But where I could, I might cut corners, including I was supposed to make my bed every day. But I would take my flat sheet and roll it up and put it under my pillow and then just do the bedspread.
Okay.
And it was done.
Yeah.
For appearances.
Yeah, for appearances. I mean, if that's what they ask for.
Right.
And if the thing is, because what does it mean to you? What does it mean? You know, I mean, I don't really care.
Right.
But like you said, then it's the matter of when you have to judge yourself through other people's eyes or by other people's standards for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was also, gosh, this is triggering more memories.
Yeah.
Every time I'm with Dwayne, and these are just silly ones, but thankfully today, in first grade, I will never forget this. I was hoarding. Remember when we were in grade school and you had like these worksheets, whether it was like math or whatever, like little story things, you had to finish a sentence. I was hoarding them. I was shoving them just all into just shoving them into my desk. And Mrs. Henderson was my first grade teacher. And we had all of our desks like in a U shape, right? And she decided one day to do a desk inspection. And I swear to God, I think it was just for me. I mean, like she had to know she wasn't getting the worksheets.
She knew.
Right?
She knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was wild. And so she didn't she took a look, whatever, and my desk, she tipped it over and just everything came just falling out.
Oh boy.
I had to spend every recess until I finished all of my worksheets.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then how this was in front of the entire class, and then how was that? Was that?
Not, I just remember and it's funny because I remember giving a speech about this in high school, and then when I was so that was humiliating. And then when I gave this speech in freshman year of high school, my teacher made fun of me for the way I moved my hands. That I made I was waving my hands around like fish. So it's all wrapped up in all kinds of weird trauma.
Man, come on, teach.
I mean,
those are my gestures.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so I mean, I've had avoidance for a long time, I think.
Yeah, similar, Patty. I'm a hoarder, avoidance, all those things, clutter.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's why we get along so well.
I think so.
And that's why for me and you, I've never, every time I see you, it could be years, and I'm grateful that it's not as much anymore because it was there were years that we hadn't seen each other.
Yeah, yeah.
And but every time I do, it's like magic. I don't know what it there's just this, I don't know, vibe. You've always been so kind to me from the very beginning that I started this crazy ride of comedy.
Oh man. Well, I mean, why not? I mean, as far as just treating people as cool as you can, be as cool as you can with people.
That's why we all love you.
Yeah. Well.
I am the kind of person, and I'm trying to grow out of this, and work out of it, whatever, is that if I feel that, we talked about this the other day about being disrespected that I got from my dad. If I feel that someone is not sort of responding with kindness or respect, then I'm done. And I have to stop doing that.
Stop being done with people? What do you mean?
No, stop being done with people. Just kind of give them grace for whatever they're going through that maybe had elicited that behavior. Maybe I contributed to their reaction.
Okay.
Maybe I did something to make them treat me that way.
Right. And then, I mean, as much as you can, sometimes you have to give people distance too.
Yeah, I'm not saying don't let go of people. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But not hold on to that. I get angry that people. I was thinking about this the other day because I'm watching other people more, like what we should be doing in comedy. That's what I used to do. And I just see people get annoyed with each other. And I realize I do that too, because people don't do the things we want them to do because we think everyone should be like us.
Right.
Right. The way they drive, the way they're standing in line at the grocery store, the way the cashier, people get annoyed when the cashier's talking too long to somebody.
Right.
They're like, I gotta go, whatever. And you're like, hey, she's behind the counter. If this brings her joy, find something joyful to do for a minute, or think of what you're going to do that's joyful.
Right. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm working on.
All right. How's that going?
It's going better.
Good.
I mean, I got to come back to it.
Yeah. Right. Because it's things that you have to be like principles and standards, or just rules that you have to be mindful of. You know, because emotions change.
Exactly.
But if you have principles and standards that you can always go back to,
Yes.
yeah, do this. Show grace. be empathetic, whatever those
Yes.
things are. So when you lose yourself in emotion, you can come back to the rules.
Right. And that's what I was telling you when we started. Like, there are things that I get scared about, or I have fear or dread, and being able to name them. Like, I'll not realize that I'm thinking about something that scares me. Right. Like, here, I'll give you an example. Like with Declan, when he stopped being able to walk in 2022, like, we didn't know like why that happened or anything. And I don't know if I've told you this, but for almost 20 years, Declan is now 20. And we might have talked about this, about Primrose, when we found out he has one of the most rare genetic disorders on the planet. He's only one of the 53rd people that's been diagnosed with it. It's underdiagnosed, so they estimate maybe 1,000 are out there. It's a spontaneous glitch in the genetic code. It's like a de novo is what it's known as. And what I never processed the whole time since he was born, I never thought I never for a moment thought it wasn't my fault that something had happened. That even if it was just like my genetics, like maybe I shouldn't have had a second child because I'm Rh negative, my blood type attacks like a different blood type than mine. Or I remember the very last cocktail I had when before I knew I was pregnant. Like it was a vodka soda at the Stardome in Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh wow!
I remember I remember breaking a light bulb that I cleaned up, and then later I was like, oh my God, what if it had mercury? Like even when I was pregnant, I'm like, even when I was pregnant, I thought I did something.
Right.
And I never labeled it. I never addressed it so I get the luxury, I will call it a luxury of knowing, because a lot of parents like me will never know. So I don't talk about it a lot yet, but I don't know how to help other parents who think that they had something to do with what happened. And even if they did, there's also you can't keep carrying that, because you have to take care of you and the child. You have to take care of yourself first to do the best for your child. So when when Declan stopped being able to walk, I'm still going did we do enough? Should we have caught it earlier? So I'm trying to label my fear and go, what am I feeling? That's fear. And I tell it to sit down like a child.
Yeah.
You fear or being a child, go sit down in the corner. You're in timeout.
Yeah.
I'll address it. And you also have to address it. You can't just pretend you're not going to be scared. You're going to be scared.
Right. And because that can sometimes only just heighten the anxiety and the guilt and whatever those things you're feeling. Right. And just to know this is a cliche, but it's true. Nobody's perfect. And there's just things you can't know until you know them.
Yep. Well, and I'll take a break after this, but I will come back to this too. Is like the night that Kamala Harris did not win the presidency was absolute. The dark. I was so consumed with dread and fear and I just couldn't get out of it. Like trying to imagine what I was going to do, right? And it's hard because a lot of the things that we were afraid of. And some of them are worse.
Yeah, yes, true.
So that's tough.
Yeah.
But how are we most efficient in this new reality?
Right.
Because you just can't lock down. And it also can't be your identity every single moment that Trump does something horrible, because it's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop. And for me, and just every adversity gives you an opportunity to show character, to be brave, to show courage, to gird yourself. You know what I mean? All this adversity gives you an opportunity to do that. And
to be your better self.
Yes.
I love that.
Okay.
Let's go do that. Let's be our better selves with Dwayne Kennedy. More in a moment on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal. We are taking your phone calls at 773-763-9278. I will open up lines. I know I've got someone on hold I will get to just a second. I want to make sure I remind everybody. I didn't put you on the calendar. I didn't let people know that you were even going to be here. I feel bad about that. Dwayne Kennedy's here. Tom Appel will be here at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so he brings snacks. He brings pastries.
I'm sorry. I will do better in the new year for snacks. I'll bring you some Chinese food leftovers next time. More in a moment on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal and KKNW 1150. When you call, you will hear the wonderful voice of Lady B, and then you get to talk to us. Let her know what you want to talk about, because we want to hear from you. 773-763-9278. You can also text us to the same number.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Scattered showers tonight with a low temperature of 12 degrees and winds out of the northwest at 15 to 30 miles an hour. New Year's Day, Thursday, partly sunny with a high temperature of 22 and northwest winds at 5 to 10. Friday, sunshine with a high of 27. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 30. Sunday, partly sunny and a high temperature again, topping out around 30 degrees. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 35.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter. Tom Hartman.
Autocrats generally, particularly those autocrats who have narcissistic personality disorder and are sociopaths, as is, in my opinion, Trump, typically do not tolerate high-profile people around them. They want to be the star of the show, and that's certainly been the history of Donald Trump. The only people that he will tolerate around him are people who, when he says, kiss my ass, they fall to their knees.
The Tom Hartman Radio Program, weekdays 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on WCPT 820, where facts matter.
If you're purchasing a new home or refinancing your existing home, you need to call Team Hochberg, your trusted local lender. Corey called to consolidate his debt and was so happy with my advice, he left me this 5-star Google review. Quote, I was looking to pay off debt, so I reached out to David after listening to his radio show. David called me personally and walked me through my options. He shot it straight. There was no beating around the bush or pushing me to sign anything. If any of my family or friends need anything related to a mortgage, I'll give them David's number because you can't get better or more honest service. Thanks, Corey. I strongly encourage everyone to check out our close to 600 5-star Google reviews from listeners like Corey. Team Hochberg helped Corey and thousands of radio listeners, but we can't help if you don't call 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. That's 855-563-2843 or visit 56david.com. Lower.com, equal housing lender, and MLS 112-4061.
Alexa, play WCPT.
WCPT from TuneIn.
If you're listening to this station right now, you've definitely heard my voice before. Hi, I'm Hawk.
And I'm Pete. And we're with Source Solar, your local source for solar. Source Solar is Chicagoland's premier solar installer, providing solutions for over 1,000 homeowners and business owners across Illinois and Iowa.
With over a decade of industry experience and deep roots here in Chicago, we have the expertise to help your transition to clean, renewable, resilient energy.
We can guarantee that we save you money day one without any out-of-pocket cost to you. This means you have an instant ROI, instant payback, and can save money to add to your bottom line day one.
At Source Solar, we source everything as local as possible, meaning we always carry the Made in USA sticker.
Find us online at www.source.solar. Stop in our office at 5710 North Northwest Highway or give us a call at 773-985-3992.
And don't forget to ask for Hawk and
or Pete.
You're listening to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us. We continue our drive home. Joining me in studio is guest co-host Dwayne Kennedy. And I guess for many of you, he's surprised because yesterday was a little bit crazy, too. I was talking about getting ready for the holidays. And a good friend of ours needed just a ride home from a procedure, and it was snowing last night. And I driving in the snow is wild for me, right? And I have a pretty good car, so I'm not somebody who's like I got a all-wheel drive or whatever people do. But there was a woman on Milwaukee Avenue in near Golf Mill Mall. It's Milwaukee and Golf Road. She was walking in the street, and visibility was for crap.
Whoa.
And my heart nearly jumped out of my chest because not just even my seeing her. Now, how do I make sure everyone behind me, all these cars? I mean, because it was slippery.
Yeah. Wow.
Ooh,
What was she thinking?
I get that the sidewalks weren't shoveled.
Yeah.
But there's that's kind of like I'm walking in the street. That's just wild. Please,
Yeah.
I get it, folks, that the streets are better paved or it's easier to walk in. But your life
I don't get that, man. Yeah, you can't. And I tell you this, and this, I don't mean this is just my observation, not to sound sexist or anything, but generally, I notice that women more so than men are on their phones in public, just oblivious to what's going on.
Yeah.
Generally, I'm not
safe.
Yeah, you put the phone, look around, see what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's somebody I should see if he can come on the show. There's a former U.S. Marshal, Deputy U.S. Marshal, who does a lot of he talks about safety. He's like, be aware of your surroundings.
Yeah.
He's very much, and I do this sometimes as I try to see where exits are, and things like that, places to dive under.
Mm-hmm.
You just never know. I got to ask you something, but we'll come back to it in a minute. Let me get to Jim. Jim in Chicago. Hey, Jim, what's on your mind, my friend?
Patty and Dwayne, you can thank your lucky stars you're not booked at the Kennedy Center. Ever since it's a toxic waste dump now. Nobody goes near the place. Yep. But since the ancient pedophile put his name on it, they've just sunk to all-time lows. Nobody wants to go near the place.
Right.
Anybody who's trying to make a few bucks or further career, stay away from the joint. But, Patty, what I was going to say is, you know what kills me? Now, you interviewed at least, I don't know, a myriad of Democratic hopefuls. And almost 80 to 90% of them mentioned single-payer health care or some variation of it. Now, it's an absolute sacrilege for a Republican to utter those words. It's a sacrilege. Would their base run away from that far if they did mention single-payer health care or...
Right?
I mean, if they've never. Do you ever hear a Republican mention in all my life? Now, I'm 75. You guys are a lot younger, but I have never heard a Republican approach single-payer health care, especially over the last. If Nixon, as bad as he was actually tootling a health care plan. He also killed universal child care in America because of Shapley. She wouldn't. That insane. Like you were talking about women, not getting along with other women. The truth of the matter is, Eleanor Roosevelt, it was fabulous when she was trying to get things done for Americans in difficult circumstances. They would write to her and say, well, why aren't you making a quilt? Or why aren't you making ties? You know what I mean? But that was her own, her own sex. Anyway, guys. But Patty, every one of your interviews are all terrific. But the point is, they get to the basics. This is the big hump in the United States. When you say left, the only thing I can think of is universal health care like they have in Europe and so on and so forth.
Well, it's interesting if I may, Jim, because on our Facebook page, on the Patti Vasquez show page on Facebook, we recently Jerry put up just something that said you never see countries that have universal health care demanding to repeal that. People don't demand to have it repealed. Right. But the conversation on our page is that they're communists and socialists. You also can't speak out against the government. Excuse me, Sweden, Australia, France, the UK, Japan. You're saying that all Canada. Canada. Yeah. And so, but to your point, Jim, because they all think it's socialism and communism, and because that's what MAGA has trained them to believe, and I know. But
Patty, here's the reality. The insurance companies that sell us health insurance, they must be giving large amounts of money to the Republicans because they will not say anything along those lines or mention anything because we have to get there. One of these centuries we have to get there. We can't live like this. Right. Because if Dwayne, think of this. Now, let's say you're a kid, 8, 9 years old, and you've got a general practitioner that you can rely on, and he follows you through your high school years and so on. He's going to have more of a effect on your health than you just running willy-nilly to some doctors. My point is, that's what's beautiful in Europe. They'll get a general practitioner, and they stay with you for 10 so they know you well. So they know they know you inside and out. So it's not like you're going to somebody who's just looking at a chart or so on and so forth. They're actually looking at you as a human being and how they can help you. Anyway, you guys have a great New Year's, and I hope it can't be any worse than this, Dwayne. What do you think? Can it be any worse than 20? Huh?
It's going to be better than 26, man. Right? You can't be worse.
But Patty, real quick, you remember Putin said to Trump in Alaska, get rid of those mail-in voting Get rid of the mail-in voting. And look what they're doing. What's this trick with the post office? I mean, I can't even. Is this another skullduggery move? Is this skullduggery, or where am I getting crazy?
So, Dwayne, one of the things that changed in December was that they changed the postmark. You know, when it was like, remember you would drop off your taxes April 15th. You got to get it by midnight, so the post office would stamp it as it was received.
Right.
It was done on April 15th.
Right.
They've changed it now. It's not the day that you take it to the post office. It's not the day that you mail it. It's when it gets processed, which might be several days after you drop it off. And so now your ballot might be invalid if you do mail-in ballots.
Patty, it sounds like the hanging chance, doesn't it? In Florida in 2000.
Yep.
Can you imagine these people who's looking at your mail-in ballot? I mean, come on.
Yeah, because now there's no way. Now there's no way to say, like, hey, make sure you have it mailed by, as long as you have it, because it was always, as long as you have it mailed by Election Day. That was always, I believe, the standard.
I would hope so. But, I mean, this is like hanging chads, and we're going back 25 years to 2000. Remember how crazy that was? Anyway, you guys have a great year, Dwayne. I hope everything goes great.
Thank you, Jim. You as well.
Jim. Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year, Jim.
I want to ask you, and I don't know, there's been a lot of conversations about the safety on CTA, right? Mm-hmm. And the alderman of this ward today, because CTA is giving free rides all day, which they have for years.
Right.
We used to, when I was in my 20s, we used to call it the vomit comet because everyone's drunk on the. Sorry, but I should have given you a trigger warning for that. But we would call it because everyone's drunk on the train, and I think it's a good idea for CTA buses and trains to be free when there's going to be so many. Just people out on the roads, the amateur drinkers, or just people who are overly confident with their ability to process alcohol, and it's dangerous.
Right.
And so they're offering free rides. So my alderman of the 45th ward put out a statement saying that CTA is not safe enough. Get a different way home. Don't ride CTA after dark.
Jeez.
And I just think, what a strange, you can have, voice your opinion about the concerns, do the work to change things.
Right.
Because Trump has threatened to withhold federal funding for our public transportation. We have had violence on our trains. There was a woman who was set on fire here on the Blue Line.
Yeah, horrible.
And I have been riding the trains since I was by myself, because we talked about this the other day, and the 80s were different.
Right.
70s and 80s.
Right.
I started riding the CTA by myself like maybe 10 or 11. We were built. Our parents were different.
Yeah, just different concerns.
No phones.
No phones.
No phones. I one time got off at Chicago. I was going to my mom used to work on Rush Street, and so I was supposed to go walk to her office, and I was terrible with directions. Now I have a deep understanding where the lake is. Mm-hmm. It's that way. But at any rate, so I was like 11 or 12, maybe 13 tops, and I went the wrong way on Chicago Avenue. It was very away from the lake.
Right. You were walking west.
I was walking west, right? And for a while, and that happened to me a few times. But at any rate, I rode up and down I remember one time this guy yelling at me, calling me ethnic slurs. I used to get called a lot of Asian slurs, especially in the 80s and actually in the 70s. I was called a lot because I just looked more Asian, I guess.
Yeah, just misinformed bigots.
Yeah. And that was the worst thing that ever happened to me on a train was getting tricked out of money with the cups.
Oh yeah, 3-card Monty. Oh man, that happened to me. That happened to me in New York.
Oh, did you fall for it too?
Oh man, Patty,
we thought we had it.
Yeah, I was so sure. I studied and studied. I know where that ball is.
Yes.
I know that. Boom! I threw my $40 down. Oh boy!
Right. I was too young to understand the plants.
Right.
Right. Like somebody,
right, because somebody wins. Oh man, they won. Oh boy.
Yeah. You live and learn, baby.
Yeah,
live and learn.
Do, man.
Live and learn. It has, and I don't. It seems like a lot of folks, and I should do more research on cities where they're doing it right, because it has become a place where people who need to stay warm or want some place to sleep, they're on the trains, and the police don't know how to deal with it. Security doesn't know how to deal with it, and I don't know why we don't have end-to-end services on places where we know, hey, what can we do to help get you someplace safe?
Right, because it's become a de facto shelter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and there've been times when someone starts talking to me, I'm very sensitive to smells, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but I can't.
Right.
So I'll get out of cars and keep moving until there's a quieter car or whatever.
Right.
And sometimes, I mean, like I have been as a woman, we also have another vulnerability where, we don't know, like if someone starts talking to us, if we don't, now we're a bitch. If we do, now we've invited it. And that is in any situation, whether we're on the train or we're walking down the street, we're in a bar.
Right.
Like at
the office.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
everywhere.
I have to take a break.
Yeah, well, certainly heightened security, but don't tell people not, and just sow fear. Everybody should be afraid of everything.
And here was the word he used. Don't go on the train after sundown. Let's take a break here and let that simmer for a second. 773-763-9278. More after this on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal and KKNW 1150.
Radio planning and optimization engineer Atoll Forsk U.S. Incorporated. Must have Bachelor's of Science in Electronics Engineering or closely related, or for an equivalent degree and 3 years experience as engineer-related role using Atoll planning tools in GSM, LTE, and 5G NR and Wi-Fi tech. $89,000 plus discretionary benefits. Send resume to Nicholas Dubois, Forsk U.S. Incorporated, 200 South Wacker Drive, Suite 3100, Chicago, Illinois, 60606.
Amy Goodman reports on the news stories rarely covered by the corporate media. Democracy Now!
The American Civil Liberties Union and the Center for Constitutional Rights have sued the Trump administration, seeking the release of the secret legal memo that's been used to justify the U.S. campaign targeting alleged drug boats in the Caribbean and the Pacific. The U.S. has struck at least 22 boats, killing 87 civilians.
Democracy Now! Weekday evenings at 11 on WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting. It seems we never get enough sleep. We asked Dr. Harold Smith, Director Emeritus of the Center for Sleep Medicine at the University of California, Irvine, why Americans are so sleep deprived.
Primarily because people don't realize how important sleep is to them, that we should be spending approximately 1/3 of our lives in sleep, and sleep oftentimes becomes the area in your life that you will sacrifice for your work, for your family, for your sports, for your activities, and it really shouldn't be sacrificed all that much.
So how much sleep should be the goal each night?
There is more of an operational answer to that question. Whatever makes you feel rested, refreshed, and alert the following day is the appropriate amount of sleep for you. That can vary from week to week and even from day to day, but as long as you're feeling refreshed and alert the following day, you're getting adequate sleep.
With Checkup on Health, I'm Chris Whitting.
Chicago's Progressive Talk, WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Strong Chicago continues to lead the way with progressive values and in preserving democracy. Your support of the Minocqua Brewing Company Super PAC efforts in Wisconsin and beyond strengthens the fight against MAGA Republicans. You can now purchase progressive beers like Labor Lager, Love Wins Fruited Sour, and the Resistance IPA in Chicago at Rogers Park Provisions, Diversity Beer, Wine, and Spirits in Lakeview, Park West Liquor, Wine, and Beer in Lincoln Park, Logan Square Liquors, and Tip Top Food and Liquors in Westtown. Visit MinocquaBrewingCompany.com for all their Chicagoland locations. As always, no matter how bad our sports teams are, please drink responsibly.
You're listening to Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us on this New Year's Eve. Hey, what are you guys doing for New Year's Eve besides hanging out with us?
Yeah.
Dwayne Kennedy, are we not? You're not performing tonight?
Nah, I don't. I've never had that many New Year's gigs in life. Have you?
I used to because I was a host. I used to host at Zany's.
Okay.
I was a Zany's host for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years.
From
1995 until 2003 when I started. He would feature me too, but I was a house MC, so I would do a whole month.
Okay.
Like Vince and Dobie Maxwell and John DeCause.
Right.
So we would rotate through all 4 clubs: Mount Prospect, St. Charles, downtown. I'm missing Vernon Hills.
Vernon Hills, right? He being who?
Oh, Bert Haas, and Rick Hewitt. Rick Hewitt was my manager. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, so you would do because there's 2 different types of New Year's shows, right? There's a New Year's show and then there's the countdown show.
Yes,
because I've done a few New Year's shows, but it ended way before the countdown.
Yeah, no, always the countdown. And who I got to kiss on New Year's? Dave Coulier from Full House was the headliner at Vernon Hills.
Okay, you're the reason that Alanis Morissette wrote that song. Yeah.
Should go down on you.
Yeah.
So Dave Coulier, very sweet guy. I also the Taylor Mason, the puppeteer.
Yeah.
I don't know if we kissed, but he was the
You kissed
headliner.
him or his puppet?
Maybe the puppet.
Okay.
Yeah. We have what's the pig? The pig is a pig puppet that he gave Griffin one year too when we were in Nashville. Yeah. Steve, remind me the name of it because we have that pig in the basement. Pig, it's really cute puppets. Taylor Mason was really sweet.
Yeah.
That I worked with, not for New Year's, I don't think. Jeff Dunham was also like those. I always think when I think of the puppeteers. I worked with, what's funny about Jeff Dunham, who blew up. His career, like YouTube and all that stuff. He was, good on him, but he was getting a little bit salty about like the way things had gone for him. Like he'd done Johnny Carson, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at Vernon Hills. He wasn't like a huge draw. Like it's just kind of funny to think of those comics, and then he just took off.
Yeah, good, because nobody wants a bitter puppeteer.
Well, that's the beauty of having that old guy, the grumpy guy.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Taylor Mason is a Christian comic. And so, I don't know if I said something to the audience, but I did a really clean show. I can do anything from, church shows to third show Saturday, right? Yeah. It's by the way, folks, what that means is I can do a really clean show for Christian comedy, and I can also do dirty as it gets to keep the drunks awake, to not have them,
Yeah, to keep the sailors interested.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so I did a show with him in Nashville, and this woman came out. She goes, didn't Taylor tell you this is going to be a Christian show? And I said he did, and he said God would forgive me.
Oh, buddy. She had to go sit down on that one.
I was just like, what? There wasn't anything I did.
Yeah.
Obviously, one of my dear friends, Lewis Black, I worked with him in 1999. Was it 99? He did New Year's Eve Y2K. I did not because I was supposed to go on vacation that year. I did not because Steve got sick.
Okay.
But you know that Lewis had 10 people for the New Year's Eve show because of Y2K. No one. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, because they thought the computers were gonna.
Yeah.
You know what? Now I did a New Year's Eve show at Zany's in St. Charles for Y2K, but again, it wasn't a countdown show.
Okay.
So I was on the. By the time when it went to midnight and the next millennia, wherever it went to, I was on the road back to the crib.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good feeling.
Yeah.
I did one at Riddle's, and then they had like a dance party afterwards, and it was really sweet. I think Steve and I had just gotten married. I called my parents from the stage, like after I said,
oh man.
I was calling them as it was midnight.
Yeah.
And I remember Steve has a beautiful singing voice. I'll never forget this. So it had to be
Steve, your husband?
Oh, beautiful singing voice.
What?
Oh. Let me tell you, like during the pandemic, like he was singing a lot, like when he was doing dishes and stuff, and like trying to keep the energy up in the house. And I would keep trying to record him so I could prove to people how he can sing anything.
Really?
Yes. And he was singing.
We gotta start pimping Steve. Get up on that stage, Steve.
He was in high school. He was like in music. Now I'm gonna get another text.
Stop.
Yeah, like the Mikado, Brigadoon, like all these plays he did in high school. He went to ETHS and yeah.
What's ETHS?
Evanston Township High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Steve. That's out of the bag now. Sorry, so when we were for 2000, so it had to be 2003 to 2004. I think we just got married. Maybe we were engaged. No, it had to be after we were married. But he was singing "When I'm 64" because that was one of the songs, and we were dancing. I'll just never forget that.
Oh wow!
Will you still love me? Will you still need me when I'm 64? We're getting close.
Yeah. Well, now did you know? I guess obviously you knew before you got married. Was that one of the things that charmed you about him, or did it make any difference?
No. His ability. No, it was
because you know how sometimes say women. Now I do sound. They say that women. But
I just got a text. I just got a shush.
Okay. No more about Steve and the singing.
I think it's no, but I didn't. I loved. It's funny because it's something that makes me love him more and more all the time. Yeah, like he does. Our entire relationship, there have been like moments of crises where this is the man that any person should be lucky enough to have when you're going through. I remember like when I was at my lowest with when Declan was born, I was like, it was so hard and so scary. And Steve said, "You make me want to be a better man every day."
Oh wow!
And he put his arms around me, and and it's funny because I actually, you know how we are. I flipped it into a joke. right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I made it was that this is my Tom Daniels material. I don't know if you ever seen me say that, talk about this boyfriend. I said, how do I look in these jeans? He's like, well, if you don't feel good about yourself, why don't you work out more often? Which wasn't the question.
Oh, wow.
And I said, yeah. So I know men feel like they're getting trapped, and my husband knows how to answer those kinds of questions because I gave him flashcards, right?
Okay,
And if I say do these jeans make me look fat? He's like, oh my God, I'm so lucky to have you in my life. Why are you still with me? And the last ones, you make me want to be a better man, because he actually said that to me. That's how I take just for folks who wonder sometimes for comics, that I take something that really happened, and then try to figure out the funniest way to make it on stage.
Okay,
some truth, So that's him.
Oh man, Steve.
Yeah, he is. I love him.
Yeah.
He won't let me record him singing, so I'm sorry about that. I know. There's got to be video of him from like high school from some of these plays.
You got to, you know what? At some point, maybe at some point he can sing the jingle for your show, and then it'll be a circular thing where you could keep the money in the family.
There you go. Oh, God.
Now he's telling me to shut up. Dwayne, you want to move on?
This is getting okay.
You want to talk about sports or something?
I'm not allowed to tell you how much I love you, sweetie. All right, I love you. All right, let's. Let me get to a text before. Tom Appel is joining us in studio in just a moment.
Oh man,
we were talking earlier
that
about
means
our
donuts.
We cannot assume.
Okay.
We need to bring him something.
That means pastries.
Patty and Dwayne, this is our friend Cindy from Michigan. Happy New Year! It's so good to hear you both on this day of closure. I'm with you, Patty. I'm a bit relaxed in the house cleaning department. Thanks for being an influencer of reality lifestyles. Love to you both.
Oh, thank you, Cindy.
I've thought about, like, one of the things that keeps me from doing more social media is how, like, trying to find a place in my house that isn't so cluttered and the pictures are crooked and there's dust and stuff.
Yes, and I'm going to tell you something, and I'm going to say it as a hypocrite, which I am, because it's easy for me to tell other people. But that would probably be the thing that would endear you to people, to show you amongst the clutter. And I've thought about doing that myself, Patty. Like, here I am in my room, which is full of clutter, but I just can't. I don't know. But I think if we made that breakthrough, because I think that's the thing about social media in some aspects. They like it when it's flawed. They like people when it's not so polished and so, mannered and manicured.
I'll think about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's easy for me to say.
We'll talk more about that.
Yeah.
We'll ask Tom what he thinks. More in a moment on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal and KKNW 1150. Tom Appel joins us in a moment. Our phone lines are open if you have a car question or do you want to join the conversation in any way. 773-763-9278. That's the number to call and join our conversation. And you can text too. More in a moment.
Jose and Laura came to Brookfield Tax Planning worried about their taxes. After their free, no-obligation tax reduction review, they discovered they'd been overpaying $8,100 every year for 28 years. That's $227,000 of hard-earned money gone forever. Why? Jose and Laura's financial advisor did nothing to reduce their taxes, and their accountant records history after the year ends when it's too late to use legal, proactive tax reduction strategies for business owners and retirees. 94% of Brookfield's clients discover they've wasted thousands for years due to passive advisors. Brookfield Tax Planning reviews your returns free and can show you how much you're overpaying, how to plan ahead now to stop it. You risk nothing. But this may be the most profitable hour you'll invest all year. Call Brookfield Tax Planning at 708-485-3439 or visit BrookfieldTaxPlanning.com. That's BrookfieldTaxPlanning.com.
Start off the new year on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. President Trump says he's dropping for now his push to deploy National Guard troops in Chicago, Los Angeles, and Portland, Oregon. Legal roadblocks have hung up those efforts. And Lisa Dwyer has new revelations on the January 6th Capitol riot.
The Republican-led House Judiciary Committee has released a transcript and a video of a closed-door interview with former special counsel Jack Smith, who says that the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol does not happen without Donald Trump. Smith pushed back on accusations that the investigation was politically motivated, characterizing Trump as the most culpable and most responsible person. The December 17th deposition was conducted privately, despite Smith's request to testify publicly. Trump was indicted on charges of conspiring to undo the 2020 election and of willfully retaining classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Both cases were abandoned after Trump's 2024 election win, with Smith at the time citing Justice Department policy against the indictment of a sitting president. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
In his annual letter to the judiciary, Chief Justice John Roberts says the Constitution remains a sturdy pillar for the country. That message after a year in which some raised fears of a possible constitutional crisis amid legal pushback to President Trump's agenda. His administration has scored wins at the Supreme Court, but major rulings on birthright citizenship and tariffs are yet to come. Zohran Mamdani will become mayor of New York City as the clock ticks into 2026, and the celebrations are set to last through New Year's Day, with a second public swearing-in ceremony on the steps of City Hall and a block party with thousands expected. Economic news: jobless claims fell last week, totaling less than 200,000. Mortgage rates slipped to their lowest level of the year, the average 30-year at 6.15%. Stocks closed the year with big gains, but losses on the day. This is AP News. A member of Britain's royal family opening up about an assault.
Queen Camilla has spoken publicly for the first time about her personal experience of indecent assault.
I was reading my book and, this, man attacked me, and I did fight back.
Camilla told the BBC it happened when she was a teenager on a train.
It's been a taboo subject for so long. People haven't talked about it. I remember something that had been lurking in the back of my brain for a very long time.
Camilla says speaking out is one way she can use her royal platform to shine a light on the epidemic of violence against women.
But I remember anger, and I was so furious about it, and it sort of lurked for many years.
Camilla's account of the assault is in a new book, which says the man was arrested. I'm Ed Donahue.
There's more news at apnews.com. I'm Ben Thomas. Thanks for listening.
This is 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and streaming worldwide at WCPT820.com. We are Chicago's progressive talk, where facts matter. Now, your WCPT 820 weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Scattered showers tonight with a low temperature of 12 degrees and winds out of the northwest at 15 to 30 miles an hour. New Year's Day, Thursday, partly sunny with a high temperature of 22 and northwest winds at 5 to 10. Friday, sunshine with a high of 27. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 30. Sunday, partly sunny and a high temperature again, topping out around 30 degrees. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 35.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Every day, we go about our lives driven by routine. Our vision clouded by the very normalcy we take for granted. Countless victims of human trafficking walk among us, invisible. It's time to open our eyes. The Blue Campaign provides a unified voice for those who combat human trafficking, whether it's forced labor, domestic servitude, or the sex trade. Learn what you can do to help by visiting dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
Because facts matter. You are listening to WCPT 820.
Living at home with Patti Vasquez, Patti Vasquez. From global conflicts to greenhouse gases, the folks refusing to wear masks says, and politicians getting caught grabbing asses says, she's driving it home with Patti Vasquez.
Well, this is exciting. It is New Year's Eve, and we're so thrilled to have you all joining us tonight, listening on KKNW 1150 in Seattle, KTNF AM 950 Minneapolis, St. Paul. You may have already celebrated your New Year's. So we're less than 6 hours away from 2026. Joining me in studio, I would not have it any other way. So thrilled to have in studio guest co-host Dwayne Kennedy and our friend from Consumer Guy Tom Appel, Car Guy Tom, and all your social media platforms. Hey.
Happy New Year.
This is awesome.
I'm your last guest of the year.
You are my last guest of the year. This is it, baby.
I'm calling that an honor.
I'm honored that you're honored by that.
Yeah.
Because if you're honored, it means that you like doing the show. And think that you have, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I don't know that I've ever done a radio show on New Year's Eve, because my other radio show at the previous station was from 11 till 2 a.m. And I would have taken the night off to go host shows. I will say my favorite show I ever did was here in this neighborhood. I don't know if I told you this. I rented the Filament Theater, which is a small neighborhood theater. It seats about, at the time they had another production, so they only gave me a room for 100 seats with like risers and stuff, and really cool space. I got a band, a neighborhood band. Did 2 shows. I thought about doing it again this year, but I just didn't have the energy. Did 2 shows, and the first show was, and it was family friendly, so it was there were kids like from 2 years old, all the way, and my son with his friends, and like it was fun, and we had sparkling cider, we had. We did like Bozo buckets. Dave Plyer has a set of Bozo buckets like on a plank. So he lent that to me, and we did but we did toss candy from an office, like on a chair like this.
Okay.
So it was just really fun. We did Make Me Laugh, like with dad jokes. Paul Farvar.
Oh man.
It was who were the other comics on the show? It was really fun.
Okay.
And you know what was funny? The musicians were surprised I paid them. I paid everybody I didn't have a lot of money.
Right.
And then we did a midnight show, and we did adult material. I did my bit. Were you ever there for What's in the Box at WGN?
I don't think
we would read reviews on Amazon, and people had to get. The game was you had to guess if it was an appliance or an adult toy. So that.
Oh, you know what? I vaguely remember that, Patty. Yeah.
What's in the box? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my favorite. And I produced it, I promoted it, sold out both shows.
That's cool.
That was really cool. It was like 2017, I think, something like that.
Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. No,
Yeah.
I just haven't had the energy to do it again.
All right.
The theater was super cheap. Not cheap, but it was like $500.
Yeah.
I bought all the champagne flute, like plastic flutes. I still have a box in I keep thinking I'll do it again.
I was going to say.
But that's the only way I want to do New Year's Eve again.
Did you say the Filament Theater?
Yeah.
That's a good name.
The Filament, isn't it?
I like that name.
The Light. It's in Milwaukee and Pulaski, the Six Corners area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's get to Steve on the line calling from New York. Hey, Steve, you're on the line. What's on your mind, my friend?
Hey, Patty, how you doing? Hey, Dwayne.
Hey, Bob.
And how's Mr. Carr?
Car Guy.
He's good.
Car Guy Tom.
Yeah, Car Guy. Yeah, you would ask you questions about what's your favorite car?
Yeah. Well,
I want to talk about my very first car.
Yes, that's my favorite conversation to have about cars. I get to start the conversation. Hey, Steve, what was your first car? What's your memory about it?
Plymouth Fury 2 was a boat. It was big. I could have like 6 of my friends comfortably in there. Of course, we didn't have seatbelts. We'd all die.
Oh, amazing.
And I raced that car in the New Jersey Turnpike at 100 miles an hour because I was stupid.
Whoa!
You out there boat racing?
Yeah, that's the kind of car. It's heavy. It's I had an accident with this guy in a Honeybee. I don't know what that's, a little car or something.
Oh, that Plymouth Bee.
I was all parked. I felt a little nudge. I got out. Half the car was gone. He's all laying there. It's like, that's the kind of car I would love to hit a certain president with.
Oh boy. Okay, we don't make any kind of, I'm just gonna do that real quick for all of our safety.
Just a fantasy. Just a fantasy. We'll never do it, but yeah. So that's my car story.
Nice. What was your first car, Dwayne?
I had a Maverick.
Oh.
What's a Maverick?
Ford Maverick. Yeah.
Compact car. It was like a Chevy Nova.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Plymouth Duster. It was that size.
Right.
What color was it?
Brown.
Oh.
Yeah, I used to call it the Brown Rebellion. The Brownie Reb.
What color was your mat? Wait, what did you have again, Steve?
A Plymouth Fury 2.
Fury 2. What color was that? Did you say?
It was, I guess they painted it. I think it was a police car, and they painted over it, so it was like a gray, bluish, so gray or blue.
So every time you got in it, was it trying to take you down to the station?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah.
That was the kind with the front bench seat, right? You could six in the front, 6 in the back.
Or 7 if you don't care about seatbelts.
Two in the front, 3 in the back. Yeah, right. 7.
It was like a sofa. It was like a sofa in the front and a sofa in the back.
Those were great. Those days were like big bench seat.
Right. The bench seat. Yeah, sliding
sit
back
next to your door, next to your date. Yeah. Germ while you're driving.
Right. The old sharp turn corner trick. Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
How come we just keep going around the block?
I have a story about that, but I can't tell it right now.
Oh. I mean, there were more. Let's put it this way: there were definitely more opportunities in those cars.
Oh man,
they didn't have to worry about getting that shift gear in the way.
Right.
Bucket seats are not conducive.
But when I was in the car with my girlfriend, it was the time that Berkowitz was shooting people. You know that serial killer.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't get comfortable. I'm thinking, he's gonna come and shoot us. Like, oh boy, yeah, paranoid city.
Absolutely.
So,
what are you up to? What are you up to for New Year's Eve, Steve?
I think I'm probably gonna stay home. It's I mean, I've been so many places New Year's Eve. Friends of mine, my nephew's actually going to see the ball.
The ball drop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's silly because people were there since 2 p.m. So he's going now. It's just ridiculous,
It's always crazy packed down there.
Yeah,
and it's just horrible. Yeah, it's horrible.
Have you ever gone? Have you ever gone to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I know it's horrible.
Yeah. Hey, after the countdown, did you leave? Did you still have your wallet and stuff?
I was nude. I don't know how they did that, but yeah, I was nude. No, but you're walking down, you can have a heart attack, and the crowd, you're still standing up. It's so crowded.
Yeah.
So you could be walking around, you're dead, but, you're going down 43rd Street, 42nd Street,
Yeah, I've never had any interest in that, man. Yeah, just being in that, like you said, that many people.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever, even before, I mean, I started doing stand-up comedy right out of college so I didn't ever have,
I'm trying to think, is there a place in Chicago where people just, I mean, I know they go to parties, but there's no one traditional.
Do you remember Chi-Town Rising?
No.
It happened in Pioneer Court. And it was for 2 or 3 years in a row.
Just a few years ago? Was this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Maybe just pre-COVID.
Steve and Johnny would cover that, and they get to have the front row view of the whole thing.
Yeah, from the fishbowl.
Yeah.
And they covered that for a couple of years. I know that died pretty quick.
Are they on tonight? Because they always did New Year's Eve. Do you know if they're on?
They haven't done New Year's Eve in a couple of years.
Oh, okay.
But they will be on Saturday.
All right, very good.
Man.
Well, Steve, thanks for calling in tonight. Be safe tonight, and thank you for sharing your memories of your car, that Fury.
Okay. Everybody have a great New Year and all that kind of jazz. Okay, take care.
Take care. Bye-bye. Let's bye. So, Tom, I didn't ask what your first car was.
There's 2 answers.
Okay.
The answer I like to give because it makes me sound like a car guy, and that was a 1985 Volkswagen Scirocco. Beautiful car.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was really like a Volkswagen GTI with a different body.
Okay.
Fantastic car. But I really learned to drive and adopted a 1974 Plymouth Valiant.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Dear God. Reliable as heck, but there was nothing else I could say about it that was good.
Not stylish, not sexy.
Hard to start in the winter.
Wow. Yeah, I would imagine. Oh, man. I mean, I had the first, we talked about this before, the car I started to learn how to drive, I started to learn how to drive on was a Subaru Brat, but it was stick shift. So Subaru Brats were part truck. It had a fiberglass, sort of cover to the bed in the back.
Okay. Did you have the reverse seats in it?
Yes.
Oh,
So in the bed, cool. In the bed, it had two, almost like 2 little seats that you could have facing back or facing forward. Yeah, it was a pretty cool car.
They were outside, so you were riding sitting in the bed of the truck.
Yeah.
I assume there were seatbelts. I've
Yes.
never actually sat in one. But
Yeah, like, it was a blue. It was cute, but I just could not get the hang. That one I couldn't get the hang of the stick shift on that. A friend of mine took
there's
me.
no power.
No, I just couldn't. It was rough, and where I was. My friend was teaching me. God, Jeff Evans, the industrial area in Niles, like all those streets, because at night there's nothing there, so you're like on streets. That's a great question, folks. What are some of the unique places you learned how to drive? Because I was thinking, like, I would if I had to do over again, it'd be fun to learn how to drive in a cemetery. Like, I mean, like,
what the heck?
I'm just saying,
nobody's worried about getting hit.
We taught my daughter in an industrial park like you're talking about.
Like in Niles, over by kind of by the Leaning Tower Y area off of Toohey Avenue. Yeah, that kind of. And then
is the tower still there? It's going, right?
That's on Toohey, right?
Yes, right by the Target. The Leaning Tower is still there. The YMCA has been demolished.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I don't.
What about the Purple Hotel?
That's gone too. That's been demolished. What was that on? Was that like
that was Toohey and Lincoln.
Lincoln. Did you say Lincoln? The Purple Hotel. Yeah,
the van that was there. There's still a van driving around that says Purple Hotel on it.
Oh my God, that is so.
Somebody
wild.
just trying to get people in the van. Hey, you want to go to the Purple Hotel? Sure.
Hang around the airport.
Right. Where is it? Well, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want to let's take a break here. Let me acknowledge our sponsors before we go to the break. We're hanging out in studio with Car Guy Tom on social media. It's also, you can email him at tom@consumerguide.com. No?
Car stuff at consumerguide.com is the best one.
Car stuff at consumerguide. I'll get your information.
I can't remember it either.
Car stuff at consumerguide.com. And Dwayne Kennedy and I will be performing on January 31st along with Hal Sparks, Joe Kilgallen, and Soli Santos at Dino's Pizzeria on Higgins near Harlem Avenue, right over by here. And we're excited to do that show. It's a fundraiser for Indivisible Elk Grove Township. Go to my Instagram page. The flyers are right there on my page. That's the Patti Vasquez show. You'll see in between a couple of videos that apparently scared my friends, but other people are responding positively. Thank you for your comments and kind words. Let's take a break here, and let's thank our sponsors. Thank you to Pride Coffee Roasters. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you can see my lovely swag that I have. I have one of their sweatshirts that says, I don't know if you can see it. It says, sounds gay, I'm in. And they have great coffee, single origin beans, including a resistant movement blend, which has Dominican Republican beans and Arabica beans from Asia, that has a warming spice, notes of caramel, malt, and blueberry cobbler. So go to pridecoffeeroasters.com and put your order and maybe get a bean subscription or get some gay swag. We also want to thank our friends at Source Solar. Go to source.solar, make an appointment with Peter Sorellis. Maybe it's time to get solar panels on your house or business, and he will walk you through the whole process. Now is a good time to get that appointment set up so that you can be in line as the weather warms up in the spring to get those on your house or business. Source.solar. And Minocqua Brewing Company. Go to MinocquaBrewingCompany.com. Go to the Patti Vasquez show page on Facebook, and you can see pinned there at the top where you can pick up Progressive Brew in the Chicagoland area. And we will look forward to talking to Kirk and see how things are going. His marketplace at MinocquaBrewingCompany.com is great, as well as some of the great work by the writers like Ben Cominos, Senator Chris Taylor, and Kirk himself, and maybe you'll check out some of my work too. MinocquaBrewingCompany.com. More in a moment on WCPT 820 Heartland Signal, KKNW 1150, and KTNF AM 950. We're so happy you're here for New Year's Eve, everybody. But you don't get to be in studio with Tom and Dwayne. That's just me.
Hey, Progressives, it's Richard Chu, host of Chu's Views weekdays 6 to 8 a.m. Central. We're all anxious for the 2026 midterm election to arrive so we can restore some sanity and much-needed oversight to our government. In fact, it's the most important midterm election in American history, and Chu's Views will be in the thick of it, bringing you candidate interviews on a regular basis. I'll be talking to Democratic Party hopefuls running for House and Senate at the federal and state level, as well as candidates for governor and other state and local offices.
I am in love with our ability to fight for our rights, to fight for our future, to fight for our freedoms, to fight as our ancestors fought. It's just our moment. This is just our time to stand up and to speak up. We can't give up on this.
If you miss any of the interviews live, you'll be able to find them all on WCPT's Candidate Interviews page at heartlandsignal.com/candidates. That's Choose Views weekdays from 6 to 8 a.m. on WCPT, Chicago's progressive talk for 20 years.
How serious is youth vaping? Irreversible lung damage serious. 1 in 10 kids vape serious, which warrants a serious conversation from a serious parental figure like yourself. Not the seriously know-it-all sports dad or the seriously smart podcaster. It requires a serious conversation that is best had by you. No, seriously, the best person to talk to your child about vaping is you. To start the conversation, visit talkaboutvaping.org. Brought to you by the American Lung Association and the Ad Council.
As farmers and ranchers, stewardship of the land comes naturally. Your work keeps our water clean, improves the soil, and enhances wildlife habitat. It also provides countless benefits, not just for you and your family, but for millions of Americans who depend on this region every day without even realizing it. Thank you for being stewards of America's prairie for all of us. Take a moment to find out how conservation pays. Visit conservationpays.org.
Hey Google, play WCPT.
Streaming Chicago's progressive talk from TuneIn.
If you're listening to this station right now, you've definitely heard my voice before. Hi, I'm Hawk.
And I'm Pete. And we're with Source Solar, your local source for solar. Source Solar is Chicagoland's premier solar installer, providing solutions for over 1,000 homeowners and business owners across Illinois and Iowa.
With over a decade of industry experience and deep roots here in Chicago, we have the expertise to help your transition to clean, renewable, resilient energy.
We can guarantee that we save you money day one without any out-of-pocket cost to you. This means you have an instant ROI, instant payback, and can save money to add to your bottom line day one.
At Source Solar, we source everything as local as possible, meaning we always carry the Made in USA sticker.
Find us online at www.source.solar. Stop in our office at 5710 North Northwest Highway or give us a call at 773-985-3992.
And don't forget to ask for Hawk
or Pete.
Patti Vasquez is taking your calls now.
All right, let's hit it.
At 773-763-9278.
I got a lot to say.
It's Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us and continue our drive home. Getting a little nostalgic during the break, talking about what radio stations we listened to when we were younger. I saw a Facebook page kind of talking about that a little bit. I might stick. You know what I want to do? I want to start a series of videos. We were talking about this, and I think more for the station. This is actually perfect because there's this thing called analog islands that Gen Zers are building, where they're sort of they're getting more into authentic experiences. They have a mission of they'll do like I'm going to write 100 greeting cards this month, like thank you cards and birthday cards, rather because everyone just says happy birthday by texting or singing on Facebook. They're doing more vinyl, which has kind of been going on. That's kind of everybody has been going back to vinyl. There was like a shortage last year, I think, of vinyl,
which is crazy.
But do you know what the third thing is that people are doing? They're driving stick shift.
Really?
To the extent that they can, God bless them.
So that's one of the other things that people are like, they're doing like vintage things. And I'm like, what? Well, then turn on your AM radio, folks.
Right.
My daughter claims she has never intentionally listened to the radio. She's 26 years old.
So
no presets in her car. It's like, what the?
Yeah, they don't. But they're, so I think that in that some milieu of getting in touch with authentic experiences that take them out of scrolling, I think we should be part of that.
Absolutely. And then are they going to also learn to read a clock?
Right?
That's a crazy thing.
Right?
I know. We had to. My daughter didn't even learn that in school.
Yeah.
And we had to teach her how to do that.
Yeah.
And then really weird terms like half past or quarter till.
What are you talking about?
Those are 100% analog. Yeah. Expressions.
Half past.
I have to order dinner. Hold on a second. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm being given updates on arrivals. Did you hear me talking about my son coming over for dinner with his girlfriend?
Oh, yeah. I did not hear that.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Is it? I know. I've been cleaning the house all day. I was just informed recently that this was the situation, and we were talking earlier about the reality of my house being cluttered and very not.
I hear you.
Because cleaning is one thing, right? Is always stressful for me because it's a reminder that I haven't been doing enough to keep the house clean, right? So I get into this sort of anxiety spiral. But then on top of it, seeing your house through someone else's eyes when you know you haven't done the level of cleaning you would like to do is just challenging. So anyway, I'm excited to meet her.
You know you haven't done the level of cleaning that's going to absolve you from being judged.
You know what he said today?
What?
He goes, she's not going to hate that there's dust on that photo. I'm like, I didn't even know there was hate involved in this. Now hate? We're coming in with hatred in our hearts?
Right. And what does? What? I don't see any dust.
That's an escalation.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Exactly. I'm like, what was it? What's below that then? Then what is she? If she's not going to hate it, what emotion should I be looking for? Like,
right.
Disdain.
Disdain.
Yeah.
She's going to have heavy disdain. Oh, my God. My chest hurts. I've got to order dinner. You talk amongst yourselves. All right, let's get to Paul on the line. Paul's calling from Seattle. My friend, happy New Year's Eve. How are you doing, Paul?
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
Hey, same to you.
Well, I have a little car story and a couple other little stories. So my favorite car, cars are hard for me because I don't drive, obviously, because I'm blind. But I did drive for 2 years. But a favorite car was, and Tom will have to tell me, if my mom had a 1970 Pontiac Catalina. It was just, I just remember that being the nicest car. It was a candy apple red with a white interior. And
wow, that sounds amazing. It was
a sweet car.
Yeah.
It was just the smoothest. It seemed to me, if I remember correctly, it just hummed at like 75 on the freeway on I-75. It was a great car for driving. Because remember, I lived in Michigan then, so driving up north to Michigan, it was just like it was just the easiest. It was a great car, and we lost that car when our garage burned down in 1970. Yeah, 1975. Because my younger brother, he had built a little fort up in the rafters of the garage, and there was some kind of funny wiring that caught on fire. And
oh man,
it was on a Sunday morning. But then we got the insurance company. I remember that car. It got all just charred, and the inside, the white, because I think it was a vinyl white interior. It just blistered into like charcoal black.
Oh, man.
Wow.
It made me sick. Yeah, I mean, I literally almost got sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
But the insurance we got, and from the insurance, the new car, it wasn't a new car, it was a 71 Le Mans was the replacement, and that's the car I learned to drive. So,
right.
That was, and then I only drove for 2 years before my eyes started getting, to the point where I probably shouldn't have been driving for 2 years, but it was important, Well, it was important to write a passage to get your driver's license, when you're 16,
Right.
And so, but I tell you what, when they told me, hey, you need to see your eye doctor, I said, never mind, I'm tired. I don't want to drive anymore. It was just
you retired.
I said, I don't, and I haven't driven since 1978. So, so for New Year's Eve, I never do anything really. It always seems like New Year's Eve, I end up somewhere really weird, like when I was going out, end up with somebody.
How did I get here? Is how Paul.
What do you get annually? Kidnapped annually?
No, I would just end up at somebody's house, be there till 5 or 6 in the morning, and I was like, what? Well, how did this happen? Anyway.
In a fun way.
Right.
Yeah, I was, or in coming home just either really, messed up or just how did I stay out late? But for this year, okay, so for 2025, this is my going into 2026, the hope and resolution is that I learned something from, in the scripture, in the Bible, learning a translation of, one of the Gospels, and it doesn't matter whether, what your faith is, but because the message is really hit me clear. It's that, so I think it was the Gospel of Luke, where the angel comes to Mary and says, do not be afraid. And I thought, oh, well, he's telling, because I'm thinking, yeah, hey, I'm a ghost, don't be afraid. I'm not going to do anything. And I'm like, and that's not what it means. It's not don't be afraid, don't be startled. The translation in Greek means do not continue to be afraid in life.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
There you go, Paul.
Everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
And when I learned that, I looked up in my study and I said, I think about how much time I spend mentally, emotionally, at some level of emotional, either subconsciously or just flat out, right in my face consciously, feeling afraid about something like finances or health issues, or what's going to happen? Am I going to have enough money, or what's this blood test? There's something funny about that. They want to do it again, and it's like, and it's like, and I feel like I didn't used to be this way, but I was just thinking since I learned that last summer, I thought, 2020, I want to let loose, and I'm not going to be upset with an idiot like Donald Trump. I just want to live my life and feel great. I want I always wanted to when I was a kid. Man, when I was a kid, I just wanted everything to be great. I really wanted to, to just everything be cool, and yet most of it I did to myself from being afraid and not really living who I really am. You know what I mean?
I do, and there was actually something I've been talking about studying the Stoics and Buddhism, which then means my logarithm, whatever, how you say it.
Algorithm.
Yeah. Thank you. I can never
the
say
fascinating algorithm.
Right. So now I get like a bunch of similar sort of, philosophies or people, talking about these issues. And what it reminds me of as a child and for a long time was being afraid of my parents dying. Right. Which is going to happen.
Right.
And being afraid. And I used to ruminate about both of them when I was a kid. I mean, I would have to get out of bed and go to the bathroom to reset and try to shake, as a kid, you didn't know how to process that. Like in the 70s and 80s, no one was walking us through that stuff. And I wish that I had, some grounding, even though I was somewhat religious, it still wasn't here's what happened. And I know I'm over, but I was in the Mormon church. And before I got baptized, I was telling you about this the other day, my Mormon missionary said, if you don't get baptized and your parents die, you won't be able to spend eternity with them. And so
that's heavy.
So this was very stressful. So I did not have good guides.
No.
But to your point, Paul, is that worrying about death is like someone dying is like having them die twice.
Right.
And it was. I cannot tell you enough how much it was.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's killing you spiritually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
The response was, if I get it real quick, is that. My mom died last year, 2024.
Oh, sorry about that.
One of the things, she was 95. She really got every last. Yeah, she got every last minute out of it. But what I remembered when I saw that she was going into acute heart failure, and I had been living with her for 5 years, and I thought, honestly, this is what I thought. I said, okay, good. Thank God that she's going, and I don't have to worry about me dying before her.
Oh.
And that was like a big burden off my shoulders, man.
Oh, I understand that. Believe me, I understand that completely.
Yep.
And this is the hard part about being a parent of a child. I won't go into those things because it's a lot. I mean, we have to live in them. That's the part about living in the moment too, is having carried that, Paul. So thank you for sharing that with us and joining the conversation. It was good to hear from you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Paul.
Happy New Year.
Take care.
It'll be great, you guys.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be something.
Yeah.
Something.
No more tricks in 26.
All right.
Amen. Bye, Paul. Be well.
Amen.
Let's take a break here. Continue our conversation in just a moment with Car Guy Tom. Go to Car Guy. Follow him on all the social medias at Car Guy Tom, and you can email him carguy@consumerguide.com. Dwayne Kennedy and I will be at Dino's on January 31st. Go to the Patti Vasquez Show Instagram page where you can see a flyer right there, and maybe check out some of my material. Well, but more after this.
You're listening to WCPT 820. Here's the latest Chicago weather update.
I'm meteorologist Ray Miller from the Weatherology Weather Center. Scattered showers tonight with a low temperature of 12 degrees and winds out of the northwest at 15 to 30 miles an hour. New Year's Day, Thursday, partly sunny with a high temperature of 22 and northwest winds at 5 to 10. Friday, sunshine with a high of 27. Saturday, partly sunny with a high of 30. Sunday, partly sunny and a high temperature again, topping out around 30 degrees. That's the latest Chicago weather update. Right now, it's 36.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
Margaret is a 71-year-old widow who came to Brookfield Tax Planning because she was worried her accountant and financial advisor weren't doing enough to reduce her taxes. During their free, no-obligation tax reduction review, it was revealed that Margaret had been overpaying $7,250 each year since her husband passed. $102,000 lost forever due to a lack of proactive tax planning. Her accountant does returns after the year is over when it's too late. Her advisor handles her investments but doesn't reduce her taxes. Once the year ends, tax reduction options shrink to almost nothing. Retirees and business owners should plan ahead now using legal proactive strategies to slash taxes. Stop overpaying. 94% of Brookfield's new clients are shocked that they've been paying too much every year. Call Brookfield Tax Planning at 708-485-3439 or visit BrookfieldTaxPlanning.com for your free review. You have nothing to lose. That's BrookfieldTaxPlanning.com.
Kohl's new clearance markdowns are intense. Up to 70% off is the kind of deal that'll leave you feeling stunned and make you whisper things like, "Where have you been my whole life?" to a cardigan. Just take a deep breath, steady your cart, and try to act normal. But it's not possible. The savings are just too good. Shop new clearance markdowns now in-store and online at Kohl's. Select styles. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
WCPT 820, Chicago's Progressive Talk, where facts matter.
Union Strong Chicago continues to lead the way with progressive values and in preserving democracy. Your support of the Minocqua Brewing Company Super PAC efforts in Wisconsin and beyond strengthens the fight against MAGA Republicans. You can now purchase progressive beers like Labor Lager, Love Wins Fruited Sour, and the Resistance IPA in Chicago at Rogers Park Provisions, Diversity Beer, Wine and Spirits in Lakeview, Park West Liquor, Wine and Beer in Lincoln Park, Logan Square Liquors, and Tip Top Food and Liquors in Westtown. Visit MinocquaBrewingCompany.com for all their Chicagoland locations. As always, no matter how bad our sports teams are, please drink responsibly.
Patti Vasquez is taking your calls now.
All right, let's hit it.
At 773-763-9278.
I got a lot to say.
It's Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
Thank you so much for joining us. We continue our drive home. I'm going to make Tom Appel and Dwayne Kennedy chat amongst themselves. Can I get this food order in for my family for New Year's Eve?
Is the order in now?
No.
Oh.
I gotta keep you talk amongst yourselves. No, we have someone on the phone. Tom Appel, Car Guy Tom on all your social medias, and you can email him at carguy@consumerguide.com. Dwayne Kennedy and I will be at the Dino's Pizzeria on Higgins near Harlem.
I love performing at pizzerias, man, because usually it's pizza after that.
It is so. I have to tell you something. I have been having this pizza since I was 5 years old, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It is some of the best thin crust pizza in the city. And the Italian food there is ridiculous. Kevin Morrison, Commissioner Kevin Morrison, whose mom, he attributes his mother's work and ethic and how she treats people as to why he became a public servant. He's in the suburbs, I think. His mother owns Dino's. She runs Dino's. Yeah, so that's one of the reasons we're having it there.
Yeah.
It's one of it's one of those restaurants that's always supported like baseball teams and community stuff. So yeah, we're very excited.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay, I know you got something to do, Patty.
You guys talk.
At what point?
I'm listening.
At what point did thin crust pizza get reclassified as tavern style?
Yeah, I only learned this
happen?
10 years ago.
Recently.
Yes.
Right.
Because it's part of the argument that Chicago isn't just deep dish.
Right.
And I know what tavern style is, and I've been eating it for years, usually not sober.
Yeah.
But
it's just thin crust, right?
That's how you cut pizza, was I knew it. Like that New York stuff was weird.
Kind of crackery crust, I think.
Yeah, like a cracker.
But yeah, it's very familiar to us.
I tell you something funny, but now that it's been reclassified as tavern style, somehow it sounds more delicious to me. It worked. That marketing scheme worked on me.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm with you. I
love that.
I kind of want some now.
And why do we want that little tiny, the smallest piece? Like it's a quarter of a circle.
Yes.
It's exciting.
Yes, it is.
Because I'm always the one that brings
it's the
pizza.
baby toe of pizza. Yeah.
I want it. I want, and I feel guilty when I take them all.
Because
what? I serve all the pizza.
This is because this is part of the tavern style experience.
Yes,
they're square cut.
Right.
Yes.
We don't slice.
Yeah.
We don't
No.
do slices of
That's Chicago style. And how did that come to be?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But
it was something about like being at the bar because it's the tavern, so that you can get more slices for everybody instead of having like a thin little triangle.
Yeah.
You can have, and it's just hard. I don't like. I'm okay if I don't have a handle. You know, the crust.
Yeah.
The inside pieces, but I do prefer to have a handle. And
I do too. That's what you call it, a handle?
I call it a
Oh,
handle.
that's a good one.
I call it a handle.
That's a good one.
But I also, here's the bad part. I want a handle, but I don't always eat the handle if it doesn't have enough sauce on it. I'm a terrible person.
Well, then just don't put the handle back.
No, I don't.
So
put the
somebody to rehandle.
You know what is another thing about thin crust tavern style?
Yeah.
Is that the onions are always sliced. They're on their round, long. Like they're chopped in deep dish often.
Okay.
But you have to bite through them, and there's some crunch. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm hungry.
You know what? And at some point, somebody's going to come and create a way that they're going to make pizza and turn it all somehow into those little pieces. Pizzas.
Yeah, pizzas.
We could do pizza rings and just take the center out.
Oh,
well,
man.
you know what's going to end up happening? That's going to happen. We're going to pay full price for half a pizza.
That's what's going to happen.
But we're going to get a lot of edges.
Yeah. They'll cut the center out and then rebake the center, so that'll be instead of being the edge.
And if you
it goes
still
on
get
in.
the center, then
It'd
it's
be
still
like
a good
Russian
value.
dolls. It'd be the Russian doll pizza. Yeah.
This is all very
I want
exciting.
that.
Yeah.
I want that now.
Man.
Patty, why don't you have pizza here?
I know that. Oh, man. New Year's Eve pizza. Oh, buddy. Next.
Now, I didn't even think you.
This is the coolest
But you have
New
to
Year's
next-
gig I've ever had.
Next year you have to come on a Thursday though, because it'll be Thursday presumably. I don't know how this year works out, but it'll be a different day. But yes.
Right.
Yeah,
It will
listen,
be Thursday.
but you can come any day.
I
You
will
come for
bring
New
the
Year's.
pizza.
Then we're doing New Year's. All right, put it on the calendar.
Tom can hook it
we
up.
have to. We do have to do. I used to have like landmarks on my old show, so let's do landmarks. So this is it. This is the new Lady B. Let's lock it in. New Year's Eve show is Tom Appel and Dwayne Kennedy, and yeah, maybe.
And I'll bring pizza
and tavern style pizza.
I love it. There was a show. There was you know what? We'll get all our callers. Oh my God, everyone's calling. I gotta get to the calls, but real quick, there was a show called "Too Much Light Makes a Baby Go Blind." It's like an improv show, all improv, all like audience.
I remember that title.
And they would have they would pick a lottery number for how many pieces of pizza there were, or how many people were in the audience, and they would cut like tiny pieces for each audience member as they were walking out. They got a piece of pizza. Pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza.
Give me a piece of pizza.
Jeff was the first caller on the line, so I've got to your calls will be taken in the order where they were received. Hey, Jeff and Elgin, it's good to hear from you. How you doing?
Hey, happy New Year's Eve, y'all.
Happy.
Excited to call in. I was talking to Lady B while I was on hold a little bit. What's the new hand-me-down car, Tom, the car guy?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like my dad had a 56 Chevy Nomad in the garage for 25 years before he finally gave up on trying to get it restored and passed it on to a family member. Like, cars don't hold up that long anymore. So, like, what's the current, like, someone's out there driving it now and it'll still be in great condition to give to their kids, 15, 20 years from now?
I would have to think about that, and that's a great question. Now, we're talking about a car that's slightly cool and worth saving, right?
For sure. Or quirky. I mean, I'm a nerd. I could go with quirky.
Yeah, because there are some collectible cars that aren't very collectible that are out there right now. And I'm thinking about things like the Chevy SSR, if you remember that, which was that weird midsize crossover convertible. It was the weirdest looking thing in the world. And they're out there, and everyone who bought one put it in a plastic bag. So they're all in the garage and perfectly preserved. So that's a good one. You know what's going to be a collectible thing, I think, is small pickups that were kind of special. So versions of like the Toyota Tacoma. I think that's the kind of thing that's going to be handed down.
Ooh, that's a big one too.
Yeah, like there are TRD versions and stuff like that, and they're fun and they look a little spunky and they last.
Okay.
That's one thing. And two, they're worth a fair amount of money used. So it seems like the kind of thing people would take care of and a kid would love to inherit.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad I didn't have to pass down my Honda Odyssey. No kid wants to drive their mom's minivan. But it's a good car. It was a good car.
Yeah.
I think like if Griffin were, he doesn't drive, but I think my RAV I think would be a great hand-me-down car too.
Every kid's going to have a RAV. Like, there's so many of them. They sell 500,000 of those a year. They're like some huge chunk of the total car population, and they last.
Yeah, my car, I think we got it for like $18,000. I bought a 2018 RAV. It's the last one before the screen went above the dash.
Okay.
So I think it's 18. And it's still like, it's 12,000 now, even.
Wow.
I know. So that's pretty good.
Yeah,
Just
it's
saying.
pretty good.
Great question. I appreciate that, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay hydrated, everybody.
Sage advice.
Thank you. Hold on.
That was hilarious. right.
We'll have it tomorrow.
What about a PT Cruiser? Anything?
Maybe.
Yeah.
PT Cruiser's a little bit like the Volkswagen Buzz. There was a trillion of them.
Right.
And then they just all got worn out.
Yeah.
So I think if you see one now, they're a little bit rare.
Okay.
So I could see the cycle turning on those and kids finding them cool.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Because they came in kind of retro, right?
Yeah. And they were fun. There was just too many of them.
Okay.
But they're gone now. They got beat up. They got used like any other car. So those that still remain, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I was going to say Ford C-Max, but I'm biased.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Let's take a break here. We're hanging out with Dwayne Kennedy. We will be at Dino's Pizzeria on Higgins near Harlem.
Tavern style
pizza with some great Italian food too. Go to the Patti Vasquez page on Instagram so you can check out the flyer there. It'll be me, Hal Sparks, Dwayne Kennedy, Soli Santos, and Joe Kilgallen. It'll be a great show. It's a fundraiser. It's rage comedy, all to benefit the work that the folks at Indivisible Elk Grove Township do. And we'd love to see you there. Tom Appel, Car Guy Tom. Go to Car Guy at Consumer Guide to email him. Car Guy at Consumer Guide. Email him a message.
And part-time pastry guy.
I know. Thank you for these. But thank you, Spunky Dunkers.
Yeah,
really
they were
all
generous
of us
today.
Here at WCPT
Yeah.
appreciate the fantastic donuts. We're taking your phone calls when we come back on WCPT 820, Heartland Signal, KKNW 1150, and KTNF AM 950.
Think Theory Radio.
We enter this world of hyper-reality. In case you didn't know, hyper-reality is the inability of consciousness to distinguish reality from a simulation of reality, especially in technologically advanced societies. The action of hyper-reality is to desire reality in an attempt to achieve that desire to fabricate a false reality that is to be consumed as real.
Think Theory Radio with Damian Perdue. Saturdays at 6 p.m. on WCPT 820.
This is Tony Moret. I'm an estate planning attorney who drafts living trusts and wills for my clients. You have probably heard my ads here on WCPT for the last few years. Your fellow listeners, when we have completed their plans, say, I wish I had done this sooner. It wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it would be. We can complete your estate plan within 30 days or less. There are certainly decisions that need to be made, but my 30-plus years of experience will help guide you through this process. There may never be a perfect time to start, but whenever I'm asked when is the best time, my answer is always the same. Now is the best time, while it is on your mind. Being able to tell your family that you have an estate plan in place, that all the details have been taken care of, will be a great relief to both yourself and those you care for the most. Our initial consultation is without charge, and there is no obligation. My phone number is 847-996-0496, and my website is moreylawoffice.com, spelled M-O-R-E-E. I look forward to speaking with you.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
This is WCPT 820, where facts matter.
Patti Vasquez is taking your calls now.
All right, let's hit it.
At 773-763-9278.
I got a lot to say.
It's Driving It Home with Patti Vasquez.
We are driving it home right into New Year's Eve. It's the last show of the year, and I couldn't be happier spending with some wonderful friends. Lady B, Happy New Year, my
Happy
beloved
New Year,
friend.
Lady
Happy
B.
New Year. Love being here with you. And I do have you, if you want to jump in at any time, Lady B, we have the mic queued up for you. So thank you so much for doing all that you do. There she goes. There's the microphone. Join us, Lady B. I love your hair tonight, by the way. You look fantastic.
Thank you, and Happy New Year's to everyone.
I love that we are spending the New Year's last day of this year
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, I agree. Laughing a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of news but it was nothing. We can't change anything going into the new year.
Right.
We're reinforcing our soul. We're replenishing our souls to go into 2026 by having laughter and conversation.
Yes.
Why did Judy hang up? Judy from Niles.
Oh, she just wanted to wish everyone a Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year, Judy.
Happy New Year, Judy.
Every time I change my sheets, I think of Judy. It's a long story. It's a long. Do you know why I say that?
No.
I think you just leave it there. I think every time I change my sheets, I think of Judy. Just stands by itself.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Someday I think we should make that a contest. Why do I think of, and we won't do it now. I got nothing to give away right now, but why do I think of Judy from Niles when I change my bed sheets? All right, let's get to the phone lines. David in Woodridge is calling in about his first car. What's on your mind, David? What was your first car?
My first car was a 1970 Maverick. So I too am a proud Maverick owner.
Hey.
Yeah, mine was the only words I can think of to describe it come from vacation. It was a metallic P, and with a stick shift on the column, complete with 8-track player that I knew when to hit Dark Side of the Moon to change channels to go to the next song that was a better song than the one that was coming up. I mean, it was a great car with the bench seats in front and back.
Wow. Yeah, the column shift, that is one step deeper in the immersion of old cars. Like you go from stick to column shift, which was crazy. 3 on the tree, baby.
Oh, 3 on the tree, that's the one.
It was great, and that's the car that I learned to drive on, and that was no easy feat. But and I did it, in a parking lot, with my dad. Him being very, very patient with me.
Outstanding. So wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I love those memories. I love that we have our memories of our first cars. This is always my favorite. It's one of my favorite car conversations. You know that. I've done it almost, I would say half the time you come on. Yeah. Thank you so much. Have a great New Year, my friend. Bye, Dave.
You too. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I don't want to leave our friends on the text screen hanging either. By the way, thank you, Jim, for your kind words and wishing me and my family a Happy New Year. And I wish you and your wife strength and healing and so much joy to you. I hope that you can find some peace as she continues to recover. Jim from Romeoville, thank you so much, Jim, for sharing a little bit of your life with us. And again, sending you love and light, my friend. Mark says, Tom, can you comment on how great cars are nowadays with safety tech efficiency? I know they're expensive, but so much better than our old nostalgic cars.
Yeah, we made cars more expensive, and presumably they're better. They're better for our lives. They're better for the environment. And that's really the deal. Cars are very expensive now, but they're so much safer, so much reliable. And if you're as old as me or a little bit younger, you remember starting your car and it stalling 3 times as you went on your way because carburetors sucked.
Yeah.
No, right. Carburetors. I forgot all about them.
Yeah, fuel injection is one of the very expensive things that brought us into the modern era of automobiles, but cars are so much better because of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And remember this when Steve was talking about his Fury 2 that you knew when you were getting accelerating because the stuff would start to rattle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could hear the gas disappearing.
Yeah, right.
8 miles per gallon.
Right. You'd have to get up to 100 so you could coast to the gas station.
Let's get to Greg in Lake of the Hills. I love that folks are calling on New Year's Eve. Hey, Greg, what's on your mind, my friend?
Great, Patty. Happy New Year to you and your co-hosts and guests and so forth.
Thank you.
I want to if I could just take a moment here before I start what I wanted to say and just wish a Happy New Year to Jim, Dave, Ron, Steve, Roosevelt, Pam, and Stephanie. Those are all fellow callers.
Yeah.
For your shows.
I want to add Debbie and Diane, and I feel like I'm on Romper Room.
I was going to say. And I see Clarence and Jessica.
I love that. I love it. By the way, we haven't heard from Dave from Hoffman Estates. We are asking for a health check for Dave from Hoffman Estates. Dave from Hoffman Estates, if you would please check in with us in the next few days, we'd appreciate that. Go ahead. What's on your mind, Greg?
Okay. First thing is, my first car was a 1969 Pontiac Firebird. I bought it, 71,000 miles on it, and that was my car where I learned how to get in accidents and stuff like that. But anyways, it was a great automobile, and I love that automobile to this day. But it was, it was rusted out and everything because it was just a Milwaukee car. No, a Chicago car driven back and forth to Milwaukee every day by the guy who owned it. But
Sure.
The car that I wish that I had that I could buy is a Chevrolet SS. And it was only it was made by Holden in Australia, and that car. It's the most unassuming automobile that you'll see out there.
It is so plain looking.
Yeah, it looks like you're driving like a Malibu or something, or an Impala. Not that those are bad cars or anything, but this car, it has a Corvette engine in it, and it only comes with a manual. I believe it's a 4-speed, maybe different than that, but I believe it's a 4-speed manual transmission. The reason it failed here is they didn't market it properly, because that car is a real muscle car, really.
Yeah.
But
my cousin
I would love to own one of those.
Funny thing about that car. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but the funny thing about that car, it was kind of a failure in the retail market, but it did end up as a police car, where it was also a failure. But you did see a lot of cops on the interstate, like state troopers and stuff, that needed a fast ride. You saw some of those in that use.
Wow.
They're all gone now.
Man, thank you so much for calling, Greg. Have a wonderful New Year's. Happy New Year.
You too.
Thank you. And Perk from Chicago.
Uh-oh.
What? Hi, Perk.
Perk.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Perk.
Happy New Year.
Patty and Dwayne, Happy New Year. I'm not going to talk any politics today because we had a hell of a ride on that roller coaster, didn't we?
Yeah.
I'm tired, man.
Long ride.
I'm not going to go into that. I just hope 2026 is going to be better for all of us. Be healthy, blessed, and everything else.
Yeah.
Dwayne, what was my first car, Dwayne?
Was it a Chevette? No. It was It was an Impala.
Chevrolet Caprice. 71
Close.
Chevrolet.
It's pretty close. There's
Impala. Yep, that's
wow.
That's a hit.
That's like a cop car too, isn't it?
Same family.
Yeah, the same family. Caprice. That's right, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. What was it like? A metal blue? What was it?
Gray. It was silver.
Gray.
Silver.
Okay, I remember exactly. It was a blue Impala. No, it was a gray Caprice. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then you had a Chevette.
And then I bought
you had a Cougar.
Converter.
Yeah.
Well, I bought a converter because it was 8-track, and I stuck a cassette converter in. I was able to play cassette.
Those things were so awful. I had one too. You slammed this thing into the 8-track player, and then you put a cassette into it, and the sound quality was really disappointing.
Yeah.
But you had to do it.
Yeah, because everything was disappointing back then. You only gave stuff by what was less disappointing. That was the measure. You like this? It's only kind of disappointing. Man. Yeah, man. Hey, bud.
But times were better then. Little did we know what the future was. And you know what my slogan is, don't you?
What?
From our good friend Ferris Bueller's movie, I wait for the future.
Yeah. Well, except for the Bears, brother. The Bears are rolling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was rough in those last few seconds.
Oh my gosh.
Well, he almost got it in, but
almost.
Yeah. I don't know. There were a lot of Butterfingers. I was like, are they taking money on the bets here? Because it was supposed to be a 3-point spread.
So much of that is happening now that they've legalized gambling in so many places. There have been so many people.
Well, they stopped that right now because something's going on with betting. So I don't know if they're first of the year, maybe tomorrow, they may not be able to bet here in Chicago.
Yeah, I hear you. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Perk. Bye, Tom. Bye, Dwayne. Bye, Lady B. And yes, Andy, Mercedes, good hand-me-down cars from the 80s. Bye.
Check up on health with Chris Whitting.
It seems we never get enough sleep. We asked Dr. Harold Smith, Director Emeritus of the Center for Sleep Medicine